If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it. Photon Store is the best place to get PTGO codes online with instant email delivery. They already have Darkness Ablaze available in bundles of 50 codes, single codes, and the pre-release promo box. What are you waiting for? Make sure you use Tablemon code for 5% off your final purchase when you're checking out. MillibotsGaming.com is the best place for you to find all the Darkness Ablaze singles you might need for your upcoming decks. Any alternatives, anything you need, make sure you get it at Millibots Gaming, and when you're checking out, make sure you use Tablemon code for 5% off your final purchase.
Tablemon.
Welcome everyone, welcome. We are doing this live. We are Halat Yalat. It starts 5:30 p.m. Central, and you can join by joining the Discord. If someone could put the link, that would be fantastic. Thank you for the congrats. I actually got 6th, but thank you so much. Okay, so I'll get to ADPZ. Yeah, I'll get to ADPZ in a second. I'm gonna be showcasing and talking a little bit about the three immediate decks that I think will be very good post-rotation. Okay, so this is the first one, this Eternatus deck. It's hyper consistent. It loses to the CDI, yeah, and I quotation marks because chat will know what just happened. Thank you so much, Bacon Lover. It loses to the CDI, yes. It doesn't necessarily lose to Zamazenta unless it's the only Pokemon in play they have, because you do have 4 Boss Orders to play around it. But the whole idea, and this is, like I said, my first initial ideas for the list, is just consistency, right? New format, new rotation. I just want the deck to do what it wants to do every single time, which is turn 1 Eternatus energy, which is why I have a very high energy count and a lot of Pokemon search, and turn 2 VMAX attack and start wrecking. Okay, we have our turn 2 VMAX doing 30 damage for every dark Pokemon in play, and Eternal Zone allowing us to have 8 bench Pokemon. All the dark Pokemon. I am playing 2 Absols. Yes, I know Switch is a heavily played card. I know there's Bird Keeper. I know there's Scoop Up Net. However, Herballoon is now the only option, right? And Herballoon subtracts 2, and I think a lot of people are just assuming that with Herballoon they'll have Retreat. So perhaps Absol. Yes, please, Alex, please do that. Absol has merit, because with the double Absol you might surprise some people who are relying solely on the Herballoon for retreat. Yeah, and then of course we have for Crobat for consistency, Dark Acid, you just draw a bunch of cards. Speaking of consistency, we have the 4 6-seconds as well for the extra damage counters. Without Scoop Up Net, which someone was suggesting to take out, we wouldn't have been able to get the dunk. Scoop Up Net plus 6-second lets you get to higher numbers. It can allow you to 1-KO a Senti Scorch. At some point, it can maybe even allow you to 1-KO an Eternatus if you find all your things. And the guy with 2 has just put the link to a Discord for the tournament I'm currently playing in, which is Hexter TCG. C9ing Master Ball only works for people who are subscribed on Twitch. And so, like I was saying, consistency, we have 4 research, we have 4 Marnie, and we have 4 boss. Okay, so just 4 copies of the best supporters in the game. We have 4 quick balls to search for basic Pokemon and draw more cards with Crobat and set up our alternatives and set up our benches. We have 3 switching cards. I would love a 4th switching card for sure. We have 2 stadiums. Not because I need to, but because I want to find one to counter Wondrous Labyrinth, to stop Viridian Forest, to stop Giant Hearts, to stop them benefiting my opponent. I have 2 reset stamps. They're very important in the mirror match. They're just very good cards in general. I have 2 because I'm expecting to have 1 towards the end of the game. And we have 4 capture energy. I really love the idea of the synergy or the consistency that 4 quick ball and 4 capture energy provide, and we have 8 basic energy. This could easily be interchangeable for 3 to 9. Yeah, I have run into situations just now where I got double capture instead of capture and dark. Capture energies are also removable by Dangerous Drill, so it could be a potential thing to worry about in the mirror matches. Okay, and Dangerous Drill is definitely a card I would consider adding. So yeah, this is my initial concept. Yeah, this will be changing. It's post-rotation. I had not been working on post-rotation because I was preparing for POG. Clearly that preparation went pretty well because I got 6th place. If you haven't watched those matches, you definitely should. Especially rounds like 5, 6, and 7 were very, very, very intense and very good matches. Yeah. My deck is very expensive to make in TCG Online. I know it is very expensive to make Vegito. Obviously this is the max blinked out version. But Eternatus V Tins and Eternatus V Max promo codes will be out on Potent Store very soon, right? Next month. Therefore, it should get a lot cheaper to build. Okay? Next up, we have Sentiscorch, the other new VMAX that is all the talk. This is based on a Japanese list that I had been testing before POG was announced. I'm a big fan of this list because it's versatile with Jirachis and the Volcanion and the Heatran for non-GX attacker and support. And it has Crobat, the Denia, and Eldegoss for support as well. And the Sentiscorch VMAX can get to some really, really high numbers. Really high numbers, and it can also be very nice to just outright heal the Sentiscorch with Hyper Potions and Malolana, especially if you get to combine a Hyper Potion and Malolana in the same turn. Yeah, in the same turn, then you're probably gonna have a very good time against your opponent because you can basically heal a big hit from Eternatus, and that can completely change the matchup. Yeah, it's not something you expect to do, but if you pull it off, it can immediately win you the game right there. Do I think Sentiscorch is as good as it was hyped to be? It was definitely hyped a lot, and it didn't do as well as people thought it would do, but it's also one tournament, right? Like, you would need to look at Sentiscorch in the Ultra Prism to Darkness Ablaze format over the course of like a month's worth of regional size tournaments to really say whether Sentiscorch was overhyped. Okay, Sentiscorch is a good card. It doesn't hit as hard. I feel like this healing approach was overlooked for the POG tournament, because if you're not playing healing and you're not abusing the healing potential of Hyper Potion and whatnot with Sentiscorch, then it's just another big VMAX that dishes damage, but Eternatus dishes even more damage, right? So what's the benefit? Yeah, what's the benefit? You have better non-GX attackers. I don't think that's a good enough argument, right? And it's really cool that Sentiscorch can abuse Wondrous Labyrinth, yeah, because it powers itself up. So the combination of Reset Stamp plus a well-timed Wondrous Labyrinth can be very detrimental to opponents, or you can build a big Sentiscorch with your Volcanion and your Welders and then start one-KOing VMAXs. So you have the versatility of playing conservative and playing to the healing approach, or playing big numbers, go big or go home. Yeah, and that's something really nice. And with the Heatfire Energy and the Big Charm, you can, like, that can give you so much extra HP that even a single Hyper Potion can turn a 2-hit KO into a 3-hit KO thanks to the bonus HP. Yeah, thanks to the bonus HP. September 4th release for the tin box for the Vs. I think so, yeah, I think that's correct. So yeah, this is my first kind of worked on Sentiscorch VMAX list for post-rotation. I do like the deck. I will be showcasing it. I will probably end up using it at a tournament or playing a video for it at some point soon, so expect that. Okay, and then the third deck that I really like, of course, after yesterday's success at the POG tournament, is AEP, right? It does lose crucial cards, in my opinion, which are Kabuchamp, thanks so much for follow. Crucial cards that I considered essential to the deck, such as Order Pad and Acrobike. However, it gains Turbo Patch. Turbo Patch is a decent replacement. Now, people were asking me during POG, why are you not playing Turbo Patch? Okay, so the issue, Turbo Patch is a fantastic card, okay? But the issue with Turbo Patch versus something like Order Pad is flip a coin. If heads, you can get any item card you need at that given point, right? To help you win the game. Turbo Patch cannot get you any card you need. It's just energy, right? And then in order for it to be effective, you need to fulfill two conditions, which is having energy in your discard pile, number one, and flipping heads, number two, right? So, whereas Order Pads, it's just one condition, flip heads, and it becomes any card. So it's not comparable, right? People were asking me, why are you not playing Turbo Patch? Well, it's because Order Pad is the vastly superior card, okay? It's not a double conditional card, and it's a completely flexible card. Whereas Turbo Patch has one purpose, one function, and it's a double conditional, okay? And because I am running Turbo Patch, I am running Viridian Forest, okay? Viridian Forest serves the purpose of discarding the energy for Turbo Patches and also finding you the energy that Energy Spinner used to fill, right? And it also acts as a counter stadium, which I definitely missed throughout my puck run, okay? And then in place of the Acrobikes, we have an extra Cherish Ball, an extra Crobat, and an extra Energy, okay? So those are the replacements that I've had. I took out Birdkeeper as well for the third switch. I definitely missed the third switch throughout my run. I missed a GX turn once because I had Birdkeeper instead of switch, and Vikavolt should be less of a threat without Electro Powers, okay? So yeah, this is my ADP station list for post-rotation. This is the first list I will be playing with. I will also be trying out Jirachi-based list. I will also be trying Tackle-based lists, okay? So, like, literally today is the first day that I really start focusing on post-rotation. And it's the first of the next year, okay? Because it will all be about post-rotation and everything for the 2021 season, okay? So expect changes, expect more content, expect gameplay with this. And yeah, these are just like, I wanted to put out my initial ideas for these decks, and I will be playing them, and I will be playing with other decks and other archetypes and stuff like that. Gallade, is Baby Blounce dead? Thanks so much for saying you're a big fan. I'm a big fan of yours because you're here watching. Is Baby Blounce dead? I don't know. My mind says yes, because Fire Flint is such a crucial card for the deck, but it's also the only thing it really loses, and plus Evelyn GX, I guess. So right now, I don't know. It's definitely way less powerful than it was, but it's also not, like, you can't disregard a non-GX attacker that can 1KO, or non-VMAX attacker as well that can 1KO anything. So we're gonna give it a try. With the lack of order paths, Jake, a third big jump could be a consideration for the Eternatus matchup. I agree, because I also consider that Eternatus's popularity now in post-rotation will shoot up quite a lot, and especially once the promo cards come out, which once again they will be available on Poton Store, and you can use code Tablemon for 5% off. It should shoot up in popularity even more, because it will become a much more accessible deck. Yeah, and we can already see, like, the day Darkness Ablaze came out, Crobat Beads were worth 30 packs. This weekend I traded for the two that I was missing for 17 packs each, right? So there's a decline in the price of Crobats. It should stabilize, I'm guessing, at around 15 to 17. Therefore, it should be a manageable deck to build, okay? So great time to invest into Pokemon. Start building post-rotation. I'm gonna start, like, I play everyday Pokemon, so my list changes daily. I'll try to keep them updated as much as I can in the channel, but these are my initial 3 ideas for top decks that you can start playing with for post-rotation. Yeah?